Big boy neighborhoods, man. We just talking to George off air, man. And
Listen,
I was
man,
telling
stay
George
off that stuff, man.
I was telling George, I said, George, man, I don't sleep well at all, man. I have a bad sleeping pattern. He was like, man, you ever thought about it? And he was like, nah, you don't want to get on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't
One time
stop.
I was taking some Ambien, and I caught myself putting my suit on, like to
know
go
where.
do a show. I was going to Las Vegas. I was upstairs putting on my suit. I thought my bedroom was my dressing room.
Oh my God.
I was all in the suit. They're like, where you going? I said, I'm going on stage. They're like, hey, wake up. I was gone. I was in my suit
Hey, George,
at
are you
10:45
serious?
at night.
Are you
No.
serious?
Out of my head.
In your house.
Practicing routines.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that, Big.
Oh, I
Don't
told
do
I
that
told
one.
somebody that was at my house on Ambien, you just want me for arts and crafts.
What?
I had this girl at my house, and I'm like, you know what your problem is? You're just using me for arts and crafts.
What?
I was all on Ambien.
You just want to color
Arts
with me.
and crafts. You just want to come over and color
Oh my God.
and glue buttons on construction paper. I got you figured out.
I know.
You just want to trace your hand and make turkeys.
I was just about to say that.
You just want to trace your hand and make turkeys and
That's
cut
what the propofol.
cut green paper.
Oh, man.
Paper mache.
I was just about to say that.
Listen,
one.
I took some propofol. I took a lower GI. You know, they check you out when you're like 50. And all I want to say is, that
You
stuff
felt it.
How do you?
is unbelievable.
But how do you give yourself that and get up?
You can't get up. There's no way that you can do it. But
Allegedly.
My man would go to
Allegedly.
rehearsal.
you can't.
Wow.
You can't. But I felt like I was 15 years old.
That's
If
awesome.
they had propofol bars in LA, I'd be in that.
You should start that.
Listen, my claim to fame was I never had anything done. I used to say, I lived 30 years. I've never had anything done. Well, in the last 20 years,
Right.
I've had everything done. Stents and Achilles and kidney and this and that. Tons of procedures, upper, lower. But my favorite time in life is when they give you half of the full dosage. And you're just kind of floating there.
Of propofol.
You're in this kind of warm water. The dude's like, you all right? I said, yeah, man, I'm all right.
Feeling great.
Hey, I'm going to give you the other half. And he gives you the other half. Count from 10 backwards. 10
Yeah.
out. And then you wake up. But that in-between area, oh, man.
If they had that in the, oh my!
I mean, listen, I was going to take yoga and do Pilates, and I found a half a bottle of Viking at the pad, and I started taking that just the same.
You feel just as good.
As flexible as I've ever been.
Hey man, just real quick, George, on the Ambien, did you really put your suit on?
Oh, yeah, I was going to do a show. I thought I was in my dressing room. I had my suit on. I was out of my head, and someone came upstairs and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going to do my show." It was on a Thursday night. I was at home putting on my suit, completely out of my head.
Ready to hit the stage.
Ready
in
to
Vegas.
hit the stage. I'd have fell down some stairs. Outside was some stairs.
I would have loved to had you just. I would have introed you and had you come out and do something.
Here's the greatest. Here's the greatest. This is a true story. One time I was watching the Blacklist on HBO, and I had a TV at the end of my bed, and I was asleep on medication. And when I opened my eyes, the size of the head was like a lifetime size of the head. So I wake up and I see like Danny Glover and Spike Lee talking about unfairness and being treated poorly in Hollywood. And I think they're talking to me. I'm like, listen, man, I've done all I could.
Talking back to the TV.
Tried to, and I didn't realize it was the TV. I'm talking to Angela Bassett. I thought that you were great. I never tried to say anything. Listen, I might have said what I said, but I didn't mean it. Through the because all their heads were life-size heads, and they were talking about being treated unfairly in
awesome.
Hollywood.
Hey, what are you
Having a
doing
full
here?
conversation
I
with
thought
the
they were
TV.
talking to me.
Yeah.
George, what's going on with the Lakers, man?
Oh, you know, that's a really good question. Unfortunately, I don't think that D'Antoni is the right system for the Lakers because he's a running coach, and these guys, they're a little bit up there. You can't have Paul Gasol running up and down the court, and I think they're a better shooting team than they are a running team. And Dwight Howard is great, but with dissension on the team and making the move with Nash, I think is great. I don't think they're structurally as sound as teams have been.
Ready though. If you were, who do you think could get the next ring for LA? The Clippers or
I unfortunately would have to say that I think the Clippers
Wow.
are a very strong team.
man?
Very aggressive and
Yeah,
young and fast, and they mixed Listen, they got a couple of our dudes that were doing good. Matt
Hell
Barnes
yeah.
and Lamar.
And they opened them up though too, man. Like, yeah, shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
And Matt,
shoot your threes.
Matt's a thug. He was a thug when he was here, so we never let him be a thug on the court.
Yeah,
Never let
man.
him. I mean, those dudes could fly. Ariza when he was here, those were some good dudes that could really play. And it's a little bit. I mean, listen, you got to take the good and the bad with everything. But I mean, when they were winning, LA's a better city. But you know, the Clippers, you got to give them their due. They're a really good team.
Would you go to a Clipper parade?
I would not go to a game
That's what I was gonna
or
ask
a
you.
parade. I just think that I've kind of set up my allegiance. It shouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
But I think it matters to the people that will be yelling at me as I,
Right.
as I
What are
went
you
by.
doing?
Hey man, you know what we need to do? You and I, we need to just go to a game. Call
Yeah.
your people.
All right.
Get us some court
So go to a
courtside
Clipper
seats.
game?
Yeah.
Me and you just go,
You
man.
call your people though.
Yeah, you call your people.
Yeah.
He'll
I'll call-
attend.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
And then
sit
can
right
you bring
there.
can you bring a little monitor to get the things that people yell at?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, yeah, I'll tell you what they do. Anybody that yells at me, we'll go up. We'll send somebody up to them, and they can talk into the recorder,
Right.
and
Oh
then
my
you can
gosh.
play it on the radio. The
All right,
stuff that they
so
say.
Lou,
to
we
me.
got to bring you with
Yeah,
us.
we'll do it.
I'll work-
You won't be sitting with us.
No,
though,
no.
you know.
I'll work on that today. We'll get
Right,
courtside seats. You and I will sit there, and then we'll
you ain't gonna hit
take
nothing but
down.
beats.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
run with the mic.
George! Like I get people out, like I took my son to the Clipper game, and people were like, "Man, I thought you were a Laker fan." I'm like, "Man, I'm an LA fan." You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
doesn't fly.
I want to see a good game.
Oh, not for you.
No,
but
that-
you know,
no,
I-
I'm a fan of LA. I love people.
yeah, no, you're stamped.
Get out of here.
Okay, let's get out of here. Hey, nobody wants you here anyway. It's always they're all nice until something goes wrong. You know, they're like, nobody wanted you here anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all the way around. Though. Hey, how you doing, my love? Hey, how you doing, baby? I got a boyfriend.
whenever you finally get a Latino to tell the truth, he gonna bring everyone else down. Look, just admit it. All right, listen, hey, I did it. All right, I did it. ¿Sabes qué? All right, hey, do whatever you want, but there's people in this room who have done way worse. And you're like, what do you mean? What do I mean? What do I mean, Larry? Tell them. With the lady at Home Depot, how do you think you got the garage door so cheap? They bring everybody down.
That's that come out the bushes they caught us.
Oh, they caught us.
We got George Lopez in the neighborhood, big boy
Big
neighborhood.
boy.